Well, good afternoon, folks. We're hustling down Millam here. Used to be a 2-lane road when I was in high school. Now you can see it's 4 lanes boulevard. We are going to head south on Lovers and go down and take a little walk on the brand new Portage bike trail, an extension of it. See you in a second. No doubt there'll be a light here one day, that's for sure. Right here. Take a look, commercial properties down here. These are homes that are built along this side, the west side of Lovers here. But slowly but surely, they're becoming either for sale or holding on to little businesses yet, little storefront businesses, as you can see. But their properties all back up to the Portage Creek down here and right across from a lot of expensive property. So I think the writing may be on the wall along here. And you can see this is for sale. There's a home right here. This one's abandoned. Somebody's still living here. This is all for sale commercial along here. Behind us over here is Stryker, the Stryker World Headquarters. They're just on the other side of this neighborhood right here. Their property backs up to this. So you know, the writing's on the wall. Look at over here, for sale. Commercial. All of this. Now this is all tornado damage from over a year ago now. Okay, and there's a little abandoned home right there. Some people are still living here and there along here, but most are abandoned. The home that was here in the corner has been razed, was destroyed with a tornado a year ago. And of course the woods all beyond it you can see are, of course, all still knocked down, and I think that's all owned by Pfizer. I think everything south of Romance right here, of the Romance Parkway, I think all this is Pfizer. Home that was here is all gone, tornado. Okay, that's what's happening along here. So you get down here just about a mile, and that's where the new trail is. We're going to walk in just a couple of minutes. Hopefully we'll find some parking. Busy day. It's a good day. Everything you see along here on the left is all Pfizer. It's one of their back security gates right there going onto the property. All right, I shall be right back. Well, I got down there and there's absolutely no place to park, and it is very busy. There are some places to park here at the Celery flats, and then it's better than a 2-mile round trip walk to get just to the entrance of the new trail, and that's another 4-mile round trip. I don't have the time. So we'll come down here a second, take a look at how they've come along in the last just over a year with the damage that's left from the tornado that came through here then. Haven't been through here doing a video on this for about 6, maybe 7 months. Be right back. This whole area here was heavily forested, and you couldn't see the railroad tracks up here about anything else. Well, you couldn't see those cars crossing there. All heavily forested, all knocked down. They removed all the stumps and everything, dozens and hundreds of stumps, and cleaned this up along there. See what it looks like down the trail. This is Shram greenhouses, railroad tracks here. Again, you could have never seen these tracks. You wouldn't have known that they were there. All the heavy forest and the undergrowth all the way through here over to the old Celery Flat Center. the mansion. We'll take a look at that before we leave. This is what she looks like. This side, you can now see all the way down to the bridge. It's wide open. This is where they now rent bikes. They used to have little 4-passenger Surrey bikes that all 4 of you could pedal. Had a canopy and a little place to put an ice chest on the back, a steering wheel in them. You could ride down the trail. There's different turnouts, like you see this one right here. And you turn the Surrey bikes out on the turnouts, let the pedestrians pass. It worked out very nice. I don't know if they still have those here or not. They also had canoes that you could rent here, and they were down there at the launch site right there at the bridge, and you could canoe down the Portage Creek to Millam Road. And there at Millam is where you got out. I think it was $6 back in the day. I don't know if they do that. I know you can still kayak it and canoe it and stuff. I think you have to bring your own, but that's the way it was. This little shack right here was damaged. The other side here, some trees fell on it, and also that light pole you see right there, the old cast iron light pole, was broke, snapped off. Right here it was damaged. The roof had been smacked with a big tree that come down on it. All right, let's go over here and take a look across the street. Now, this was an EF2 tornado that came through here. You can see the power line there, still the pole still leaning here towards the east. Of course, the tornado came from the west, and all these lines and these poles, that's got a lean to it too. That still has a lean to it. All the way down there were knocked down. Okay, they had to put all these up. It's all new lines. That's all new timber. We've had hard weather since that tornado. And again, it shows you the power to get those new poles leaning right through here again. Back in the day, I'd come flying down this hill. I was on my Univega, and zoom around through here and crank that corner, around that corner, and shoot down straight over the bridge. Man, I love riding those cycles. I called it it was one cycle on my bicycle, but one cycle through this park was from where I lived down at Millam Road, there at Walnut Trail Apartments, down to here and back. Okay, that was one circuit, I guess you could call it, on my cycle. Some days I'd ride 20 circuits. Check out that mileage. A lot of fun. I literally was about half my age than I am now. That was a good solid 25 years ago, so a little less than half my age. Yep, I haven't put a bike on this park since, well, it's been probably close to 25 years. I've ridden elsewhere, but just not here. I don't have a bike anymore. Boy, I sure used to tear this up. On here so often, I had people on here wonder why I wasn't a park ranger. I was on here helping people more than rangers were, and I'm not blowing a trumpet or tooting my own horn. It's just what you're on an area like this so often, you come across things. Yeah. Let's go across the street here, see what's happening over there. And I'll take a little walk through here. Heard the barn had some damage. This is the Stewart Manor. It was built in 1846. It was previously located at 1324 West Millam Avenue. It was moved here. It was donated to the city of Portage by Dr. Douglas J. Brown in 1994. William Welch and his wife Henrietta built the home. Senator Stewart was rumored to have used the station uh, on the Underground Railroad, as a station on the Underground Railroad. Of course, Stewart was a senator, lived in the house at one time. Very historical. Have the Hayloft Theater we're going to go take a look at. Okay, it's right over here. And the Hayloft Theater, that was built around 1900. Okay, the grain elevator over here, okay, that was built in 1931 by Garrett Mine. Okay, Garrett Mine was my uncle's brother, so he's in the family by marriage. We're going to take a look next at Schoolhouse District number 8, built in 1856. It's known as the Prairie Edge School. Until 1947, it was located on Oakland Drive, south of Shaver Road. Pretty cool. Let's go take a look. Yes, there is a smart board right here. Alrighty then. And my father's sister married Andy Mine. Some pronounce it Maine, but it's we always did Mine. And his brother is Gare, who built that structure right there. I didn't know that till just now. Pretty cool. Right here, the old schoolhouse. It's cool that they moved these here to this location and have preserved them, and that also the tornado a little over a year ago left them alone for the most part. There's the two outhouses in the back. I've talked to you about that before. District number 8 schoolhouse, built in 1856. See right on next to the front door, there's a plaque, State of Michigan Historic Site. In this state, if you have something like that on one of your properties, it really means a lot. All right, looks like the amphitheater has a new fence. Be right back. Okay, here's the amphitheater. There's the little ticket booth. And I can tell you, I have seen some really cool shows here. Well worth the trip. Beautiful old growth trees right here below you. The limbs branch out over the top of you. You can see the back of the old barn. Part of that was damaged during that tornado over a year ago, and they are repairing that. Be right back. Okay, see this whole green area right here? Okay, up this nice hill and down over here, a whole green lawn all down here. I sat here one day, a little closer than we are right now, and seen a big old silver eagle pull in down here. Right down about there. And a whole bunch of good old boys got off that bus. And I'll tell you about that in just a second. A little bit more work there. A little barn siding going up. Pretty cool, the old ghost signs: lime, straw, fuel, hay, and cement. We do have a hawk up here. It's a red tail. It's getting picked on by a smaller bird trying to drive it out of the way. They come back around here. Here he is right there. He's red tail. I'll fall over if I keep doing that. Get the shadow out here on the lawn. We're going to have an event here this afternoon. See the shadow of the hawk out there flying around. Here it comes back across the lawn there. Yep. Anyways, right up in there is where that silver eagle pulled. We were sitting right down here, about 12 feet back from the walkway. Had our seats right there, and we watched Bill Monroe, Kentucky Gentleman, get off that bus and come over, greet everybody standing around. My friend brought his banjo. Mr. Monroe signed the banjo head of that instrument. We were all congregated pretty much right there, and shaking hands, taking pictures. I didn't have a camera. And right here, where they all walked up a little later, of course the stage is just out a little further than it is right now. A little bit different. The stage is a little bit shorter. They came out and put on one heck of a show. And of course there wasn't this railing across the front of it right there and stuff. And it was packed. And there was every type of dancing going on. People just having a heck of a good time. Talk about a hoedown right there. Bill Monroe and a Kentucky Gentleman right back. And of course Mr. Monroe and his band also asked for people, including my buddy, they'd like to come up on that stage and play a couple of tunes with them. And there was a couple fiddle players, there was a guitar player, there was another banjo player. My friend, his wife, she couldn't believe it. And they got up there and they all played they played 3 songs together. Man, it was good. What a good time. And it all happened right here on the loading dock of the oldest commercial structure still standing in Portage. The former Portage grain elevator was originally located at the corner of Shaver Road and Center Avenue. I could show you right where it was located. I know exactly where it was located. I remember it there. The tile block building was constructed in 1931 to replace the wooden structure which burned in 1930. Area farmers used this grain elevator and feed mill until it was sold to a cement company in 1952. It was relocated from that area to here in 1990. The facade has been accurately restored to its original condition, and the structure is, of course, owned and operated by the city of Portage. Now, when it stood there in the cement yard, okay, that cement yard is now gone as well, and then that whole corner has been developed, and I showed you that here in a prior video. Now they have all kinds of businesses in there, clothing stores, shoe stores, you name it, all along in there. Right across the street from it, Portage City Hall. That's where this used to stand. Very cool. All right. Thank you again for being with me today. I appreciate this little walk. Probably won't come through again until I can get down there and walk that new part of the trail. And we'll be doing that soon too. Just takes a weekday, that's all it takes. Till then, if you like this video, remember to give it a thumbs up. Hit that notification button, please, so you can see more of these videos coming to you this summer. And my some 1900 in my catalog. That'll set you down for a weekend. If you watch all my videos in one weekend, you are a Meister video watcher. That's all I can say about that. And a bigger liar than I am. Oh, anyways, I take that back in spades. See you in the next one. Thanks for watching.